Good evening, presiding officer, for that humorous introduction. Uh, Good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters here and the guest. In Toastmasters, you do many things. You can deliver speeches, you can take up leadership positions, all that. Leadership positions, when we say, it's not only the executive committee members, it's also the role players in every meeting. The tag role players, speech evaluators, the TMOD, GE, TD master, all the roles are important. All these are leadership positions. This is all to help the speaker, 2 speakers or 3 speakers. The whole system, if you see the evaluation, tag team, all that are to support the speakers. And speaking makes us closer to our objectives of improving our communication and leadership skills. When you deliver a speech, you spend a lot of effort. You reverse and then come and then deliver a speech. That is when you will be able to improve your speaking skills or dynamically arranging the content, changing the content, things like that. Every role is important, but I give more importance to speaking. There are a few in this group now who might have given more than 50 speeches, like DTM Mathur Sridhar, Toastmaster Rajrao would have given more than 50 speeches over the time. I also have given nearly 60 or 70 speeches over the last decade of my Toastmasters experience. However, I find that not many members are coming forward to deliver speeches. That's not only in our club. There are this situation is there in many other clubs also. There are several reasons. It could be due to the commitment or personal and professional commitments or bandwidth issues and the like. But one of the reasons why people don't come forward to deliver speeches is, what can be the speech topic? That is some of the that is one issue that I have come across with many people, saying that what can I deliver in a speech? They are not able to find speech topics. That is when I thought, okay, let me, there is one education session also in Toastmasters about finding your speech topic or selecting your speech topic and the like. I have taken that and made some additional points in that, and I have come up with this presentation. Are you able to see my screen? Slideshow mode?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So in Toastmasters club level speeches, if you take the the characteristics are like this: mostly short speeches, 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. Icebreaker is 4 to 6 minutes, and there are some speeches which may be 8 to 10 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes and the like, but mostly 5 to 7 minutes. Roughly 600 to 800 words script is good enough. And the second highlight is the freedom to speak on any topic. Mostly. Why I say mostly? The researching and presenting topic, if you see, you have to use some objective, like, okay, you have to research some new topic, you have to take things like that. Otherwise, similarly, in the communication style or leadership style project, you need to talk about those aspects. Or introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, there you have to talk about mentoring, but any experience that you had over the time on mentoring, you can speak. Otherwise, mostly you can speak on any topic. Speeches can be informative, entertaining, persuasive, or inspiring. These are the 4 speech types that Toastmasters talks about. When you are talking in the club, you have a friendly and known audience, diverse background. It's a very positive environment, okay to make mistakes. And you also have the empathetic and motivating evaluators. Okay. Now, how do we go about choosing the topics? There are 2 sources for speech topics that are recommended by Toastmasters. One is personal experience. Your interests, career, education, and family related things you can talk. The second one is reference. You go for websites, books, magazines, newspapers. These are sources from where you can pick up some topics. A little more details are available in a manual selecting your topic, which talks about, okay, in the interest, what can be the, you have different interests like sports, hobbies, travel, entertainment, values, and goals. Career means business processes, ethics, investments, or retirement. Like that, so many points or triggers are given in this slide in that PDF manual also. I have come up with this small representative picture where on the one side you have the dimensions of personal, education, career, and interest. On the other side, I've given three bullet points, or okay, three dimensions like achievements and successes, strengths, happy moments, like anything that is positive about any of these four dimensions, you can talk. Similarly, challenges, failures, weaknesses, sad moments, dislikes. Again, these are all slightly negative things which you can talk about on any of those dimensions. Similarly, you may have some opinions or learnings, goals, the people you like, the leaders that you like, and the like. For example, let me explain this with one particular thing. Take education, and then on the other side, take achievements. When I say education, it could be anything from your school, college, and further, correspondence or whatever. And achievements, you might have done something good at some point in time. Probably you were the topper in the school, or you did a fantastic project in your final year, or you got placed the first in your college. There can be several such things. Similarly, if you take career and challenges, probably there are times when you go through very difficult time in your career. The customer is complaining, your boss is complaining, your teammates are not cooperating, things like that. How did you go through that experience and how you came out of that? What were the learnings? These can be potential speech topics. Generally, when you talk about challenges or failures, it's better to talk about how you came out, because it's better to have the climax as a happy ending one. That's just a point. Similarly, interest. Many of you have your other interests. Somebody is good in basketball, somebody is good in chess, singing, dancing, or painting, or whatever it is. How did you start learning it? How did you develop the interest? At what level you are there? It's not only that you need to be good at it. Even if you are not good at it, you can talk about it. For example, you might have attempted learning guitar for some time, and then finally you gave up. You can talk about that also. There is nothing wrong in talking about your experiences or your aspirations which didn't go through. These are some additional triggers I have here. Take the first part as the phrase part 1 and part 2. On the right side, part 2. Say your first train journey, or your memorable school vacation, or the best flight journey, or your favorite actor, movie, leader, or composer, or your favorite book, your favorite author, your favorite singer, or, for example, your worst domestic vacation. Probably you didn't stay in the right place, or you didn't plan your trip well, and you went to some places randomly, and finally you missed to visit some good places or something like that. By the time you come back, some friend says, "Oh, I went to Goa," you say, and he says, "Did you go to that Panchim beach or something?" You say, "Oh, I didn't know about it. I didn't go there." Something like that. Anything about any of these things, you just pick up one phrase on the left, one phrase on the right, put that together, and then you get a topic. These are all just triggers for your speech topics. Why I usually recommend personal stories compared to the other resources taken from other resources. One thing is they are yours and unique. Preparation and rehearsal may require very less time. You don't have to think too much. You have to just describe what you went through, and you know it by heart. There is no need to by heart. Audience won't know the mistakes, if any. Even if you forget certain things, you can twist the story on the fly and make it as though it's real. No one is going to question that. Personal stories also are relatable. You'll be able to make easy connection with your audience. As I said, there are some projects for which you may not be able to share your personal experience fully. Researching and presenting project in level 1 for the previous set of people, those who joined before November. For them, in level 1, researching and presenting is a third project. That is what Toastmaster Hari Krishnan delivered today. Those who joined from November onwards, this project has been moved to level 3 as an elective project. This researching and presenting project has been moved to level 3 elective project. That is a small change in level 1. In this project, you can talk about various things. And when you are doing this project, it's better to learn something new. For example, if you have never heard of the term carbon credit, probably you can take that as a project, learn about this, research through various sources, authentic websites, magazines, or books, and then come up with a short part of it. Carbon credit may be a very broad topic. Within that, probably a small portion you take, because the time allowed is 5 to 7 minutes. So that way you learn something new or share something new with the audience. You can learn about the research methods. And also there is another thing that you can do. You can gather opinions through surveys as part of this project. These are some ideas in the audience shape that I have given. I've shared some of the ideas, like you can talk about e-waste, 3D printing, artificial intelligence, space exploration. There are so many things. It need not be very complex things. Even you can talk about the benefits of pepper, for example, where they are grown in the world, which is the top exporter, who is the top importer, what are all the benefits, how much you have to take. Something you do not know and you want to learn and then teach others, you can take up such a topic. Okay. So these are some of the references that are available. I will share this PowerPoint presentation in the group. You can go through that and then learn more about choosing the topic. With this, I would like to go for questions from you. I would like you to ask questions or share additional insights, or how you come up with your own speech topics. Those who have done already up to level 2, already given some 4 or 5 speeches, how did you choose your topic? You can ask anything or share your thoughts. If no questions are asked, I am going to ask some questions.
Sir, actually, that was a good insight shared on selecting the topic. Basically, see, we would be ready with the content, sir, but fixing the title to the pathway to the project which we are doing, that sometimes I find myself to be difficult, or like how to fix the topic, because that should relate to the project. So that would be a bit a struggling factor for me.
Okay. See, the topic and title are two different things. Topic is something like, okay, for example, wearing helmet, or safe travel, or safe following traffic guidelines or rules is a general topic, or wearing the seat belt. This is a general topic. How you come up with the title is a different matter. For example, if everyone understands Tamil, you can say for traffic rule related topic, you can give the title humorously like, Ootla solittu vandittiya. Have you told your home and then coming here, you are driving recklessly, you are not bothered about your safety. So the title is the last thing, okay? Topic is first thing. Thereafter, how do you develop your speech script is a different education session. For example, how do you come up with the opening, body, and conclusion? There again, opening and conclusion you write at the end. core message and core body, like what are all the main things. If you want to talk about wearing helmet as the message, you can talk about some statistics, how many people are meeting with the accidents by not wearing helmet, things like that. And then finally you can talk about helmet. Opening can be something like, okay, my relative died last week because he didn't wear the helmet, something like that. Opening can be attractive, audience attention seeking, things like that. But here in this education session, primarily I'm focusing on what can be the topic. Yeah, that's a good question, Sri.
So I have one question, Subramanian here.
Yeah, Subbu. Yeah.
So when you say there are a few hierarchies, right? Like L1, L2, and L3. So is that like we need to follow with the qualification or something if somebody wishes to do L2 or something like that, or it goes with the hierarchy?
Okay. Okay.
Because actually, because most of them, most of the new journeys, they're not aware.
Okay. In fact, there is a training on pathways. What are the different paths, levels, and projects that you have to do, and all. There is a separate session also. I have delivered a 1 hour long session at TLI event in District 120. The level 1 is the place you start with. For example, in the level 1, first speech is icebreaker. Generally, people are comfortable in talking about themselves because you don't need to prepare a lot. That is how this program is structured. The complexity wise, it will go up. As you go up, the complexity will be increasing. In level 1, icebreaker, after icebreaker speech, the second speech is about, for the newcomers especially, it is called preparing a speech with a purpose. It can be on any topic. The third project will be about vocal variety and body language. These are the projects that will develop you step by step. That is why they call it level 1. And level 2, if you see, it will talk about communication styles, leadership style, connecting with audience, introduction to mentoring, all that. If you have not done level 1, it is difficult to do or appreciate and do meaningful projects in level 2. Though there is no strict guideline. In fact, Toastmasters says you can go in any order. But then we strongly recommend that you complete all the projects in level 1 and then go to the level 2. For example, in level 3, there is a project called active listening. If you are doing the topics master role, you can do that project out of turn also, because that's an elective project and you are anyway doing the role of table topics master once in a while. The only twist is after every speaker completes the speech, you have to summarize what they said. So that is active listening. Normal listening is you understand what they said, but then active listening is you paraphrase or rephrase or summarize what they said after every TT speaker speech. That is a primary thing, and the evaluator will be focusing on how you summarized each TT speaker's speech, not on the topics you chose or how the table topic speakers spoke, how you paraphrased their speech. That will be the active listening project. So you can do certain things out of sequence. Otherwise, generally it's advisable to go in the order. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Subbu?
Yeah, right.
Okay, right. Now, if there are no other questions, I want to ask some people, I mean, anyone for that matter, through this project, as I was talking about different triggers, did any speech topic idea came to your mind, on top of your mind? Oh, immediately did you write down, oh, I can talk about this for my next speech or for the next future speech or something like that? Did you get any such topic ideas? This is to actually evaluate my education session also.
My next holiday.
Your next holiday, right? That's good. That's good.
All because of the shirt, sir. Shirt and the training triggered me to think about this topic.
Okay, thank you.
I got my first flight journey.
First flight journey. Fantastic. That's right. Good. In fact, I want to talk about my first flight journey some other time. I have written a blog about it, but then I'll give it as a speech some other time. My first flight journey was in an Air Force cargo flight, not in the passenger flight. Yeah. Any unique experiences you see? Each one of us would have had some unique experience throughout our life. In fact, my rule of thumb is for every year of your existence on earth, you have one topic idea, one unique experience, something great, something bad, something shameful, something exciting, something very proud. There are many things. Only thing is whether you are ready to share it or not. Certain things may be confidential, you may not be interested in sharing, which is fine. But there are many things that you would share. For example, you watch a film and come back, you are excited, you tell some friend, hey, I saw J Beam on Prime Video. I like the movie so much. You may be explaining something. Or you might have seen Kannum Kannum Kolla Edithol or some movie, and you might have explained that to your friend. In fact, a book review can be one speech. If you like, if you're passionate about some author or some book, you can talk about the books that you are reading. So there are several things. My aim is to motivate you, inspire you to come up with speeches and make the VP job easy. In fact, you have to make VP job difficult by everyone going to VP saying, I want to give a speech, I want to give a speech. And she should be scheduling. No, you cannot give next week. You have to give only after 2 weeks or next month, something like that. That situation is my dream and hope that happens sometime soon. Yeah. And some more topics, speech topics, anyone wants to share?
Sir, whenever we give a speech, it's not about a speech topic. So whenever we give a speech, normally in my mind, I thought that I want to engage all the audience. So I normally think or choose a topic or choose a content in such a way that I want to make every audience engaged. Does the small, what we discussed, like our first, the train journey and the flight journey or something. So I myself thought that, sometimes the audience might not be, keen or interested in, listening up to those stories. So that is my personal feel. So
yeah, see, my first train journey may or may not be interesting to people.
Okay.
If it is a very routine journey, but how you explain that or how you describe that, maybe if that was during your childhood, how you got into the train, how you looked at the train, wow, so many carriages, something like that. See, I grew up in a town where there was no railway station. Up to some 11th standard or so, I never traveled in a train. I only traveled in a bus. After that, only I traveled in train. But by the time I was grown enough, maybe I didn't get fascinated by the train journey. But flight journey, though I did my first flight journey somewhere around 30 plus, I still felt very, very excited.
okay.
Yeah. If you think the excitement quotient is not much, drop that. Look at many other things which are exciting.
Sir,
that is only
Sir, you have not explained about your recent experience on parasailing.
Parasailing will be a speech topic some other time. In fact, this is the second time I went on parasailing. The first time was about 11 years or 14 years back in Thailand, Pattaya.
Yeah, I have a point here.
Yes.
One of the ways by which you can generate a topic is to answer some of the questions that you have. You have various questions about so many things happening, right, in your life, in situations around you, and all that. That question can become a topic because you need to do a little bit of research to understand. Today, doing research is fairly easy because you do it on by Googling and all that. Just Google and you'll find a lot of information. That itself give you enough information for you to give some points and answers. So if you have a question, the reason why I'm saying question is that you'll be passionate about speaking about it because you have something you're interested in, something which is bothering you. Okay. So why is it like that? Not necessarily a technical topic, could be anything. For example, it could be that why are people behaving like this? Why is that person not being friendly? Or why is just curiosity, just kindling your curiosity can generate a topic. And the advantage there is your passion gets into it because you're really interested in it, and the passion will show up in the speech itself. You don't have to develop it. You don't have to do some extra work to show the passion, and automatically the speech will become good. You try it out. I have tried it out a lot in my thing for doing all the webinars I do, and usually I have a question, and using that question I research for 2 months and then develop a 1 hour webinar on it. So it's all based on a question only. Some question I will have, oh, what is this? And then I start working on it again and again and develop a lot of material, and then finally it culminates into a webinar, and then that works out very well. And answers my question also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your insights. And some more triggers are like the table topics. Even if you like the questions that he was talking about, even the table topic questions are like triggers for your speeches. Like today's topic, did you miss any opportunity, or did you miss opportunity and regain that opportunity back? Things like that. That can be other trigger points. Now, can I have some more speech topic ideas that you have got?
I think book review is a good speech topic. All of us invariably read 1 or 2 books. And there are some books that are very close to our heart. So, doing a review on that book will actually, you'll also have an opportunity to refresh your learning around the book, and it'll be a good speaking topic. And thanks for that idea.
Yeah. Any favorite book, Divya? Your favorite book?
Mine, the recent books that I've read, I really like Atomic Habits. I was also fascinated by 5 AM Club. I'm currently reading a book called Deep Work, which is also really, really very engrossing. What book is that?
Yes. Atomic Habits.
It's a fantastic book, sir.
Yeah, this is a book that I have been reading. Maybe part of it I have read. Still a long way to go.
Actually, I have subscribed to Audible, and it made things very easy for me to listen to books on the go.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Audible is a good option. I've read a lot of books on Audible, especially the longer ones, like Sapiens and all that. The set of 3 volumes on that. Right. So Audible is very good, and the good point about Audible is that it's available at a very reasonable price in India.
Now, Subbu, can you talk about any speech topic idea you got? Subbu, Hari, also you can think about some other topic idea. Maybe after this, I'll conclude.
Yes. After referring to the slide, so I got we can deliver some informative speeches. We can share the informative speeches like Hari did it today. He explained, he put on a research first off, like a movie. Then in second half, he related that to his career and his personal experience. So I learned something from him. So I want to deliver a similar style of speech as a first speech.
Okay. Yeah, of course. First, you have to give the icebreaker speech. That will be better.
Yeah, but this icebreaker speech also that should be like a thing we need to share personally, or we can take any informative.
No. Icebreaker speech is introducing yourself to the audience.
Okay.
So yeah, that will be people know about you, and then second speech onwards you can go for something else. Yeah. Okay. Hari, any idea you got?
Yes, sir. I already selected a topic, sir, but that is based on the phrase 1 and the phrase 2 by combining together. So I got interesting information to share about my school life probably. So I also choose a topic.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hope you all found this session to be interesting and useful. Hope you will be applying this knowledge in your upcoming speeches. and make VP's life both easy and hard. With this, I give the control back to Toastmaster of the day.